Zen and Nupo are two of the most exciting prospects in Rocket League right now. Zen, of course, already in the RLCS and has been absolutely destroying, hasn't lost a regional yet. And Nupo, who although he hasn't won a regional, he has played in one split and looked to carry his team when it truly was a one-team region with just the Falcons. Nupo almost able to threaten the throne seemingly all by himself, and these two have started to create a bit of a rivalry in terms of show matches. Zen definitely has the edge in 1v1, but Nupo and his teammate TRK seem to have the edge in 2v2. Now, tonight, I am recording this. Tomorrow, the qualifications will start. You guys will probably see it on the day that the qualifier for Ranked Royale is. Oh, I didn't bet this video, but Zen hit a nasty banger of a shot to start it off, because he always does. But as I was saying, the Ranked Royale 2v2 tournament is going to be starting. Zen actually not participating in it, but Nupo is. Nupo alongside TRK. So make sure to check it out on twitch.tv/Feer. But I wanted to see what's it like when these two top twos players who frequently are battling against each other play on the same team. And that actually reminds me, I'm going to go check right now. Yes, they are queuing together. So even though they may have a little bit of spice for each other when they play in twos, Zen is going to hit another nasty double. Reset double over the top of a defender. They obviously still respect each other's game, and for a lot of good reason. In fact, I've been talking to some pros recently about how talented Nupo is and how he's kind of hiding in the shadows. But I think everyone will realize when he joins in to the MENA region, I think whatever team he joins will probably be the new favorite in the MENA region. Who knows if we're not going to get multiple bids from the MENA region to majors next season, whatever the season might look like. I don't know if it's going to look like the same as the past two, or maybe they mix it up. But either way, Nupo, I think, will join the team that will become #1 in the MENA region. Whether that's because he'll replace somebody on the #1 team, or if that's because he'll join the second team and turn them into the #1 team, I do think that that'll be the case. But right now, we're watching Zen POV. We're going to do two ranked games. One from Zen's POV and one from Nupo's POV. So this game one played, I think, last month sometime. And then the next game we're going to watch played earlier today, I want to say, or maybe even yesterday. So very, very recent these ranked games are. And just half the match in, it's going to be a 2-0, but 2-for-2 bangers from Zen to do it. Zen out of boost here now. We'll see how he works alongside Nupo. When Nupo was coming onto the scene and we were watching some of his replays, even his RLCS replays, I think some people were almost appalled at the level of ball chasing that Nupo played with. He would steal the ball away from everybody as Zen tries to go for the ground double, and absolutely took over because he felt like, it seemed at least, that he was going to be, you know, his team's best chance at scoring. Now, I have a feeling that Zen is to a level that Nupo's willing to let him go to work as well. You know, I don't think he's going to be trying to steal the ball off the top of Zen, and I haven't seen him do that yet. In fact, Zen still has the only goals of the game as Nupo tries to demo to get people out of the way so that Zen can go to work. This pass infield, really not for anybody. Nupo does seem like he's been a bit boost-starved in this game, as it's been a lot of him trying to make something happen upfield, but then having to retreat all the way back to grab 100. Zen's trying to hit the Zen, by the way, to go up 3-0, which is that ceiling pinch backboard double. That was not a great challenge from Zen. He did not win the ball in his favor, and it also kept him floating in the air. Zen and Nupo haven't been doing a lot of team play, admittedly, so far, and Nupo unwilling to entertain the idea of Zen's pass, instead deciding to play back off it. But then we see that full retreat from Nupo again after he takes the ball to the back wall. Doesn't want to stick around. Zen pops this over the top. Nupo trying to control. Zen's actually going to back off and give some respect to Nupo's game, as he just slams the ball right down. Another awkward touch here on this wall from Zen. Seems like both their behavior is a little unorthodox. Nupo did not want to challenge the ball. Was just going to let Zen do it. I've never seen Nupo play so passively. But he knows he's got Zen as a teammate, and he's going to slot in a third goal, and that'll be the one that causes the other team to forfeit. So 3-0 in the first game, but let's go check out the next one with Zen and Nupo. Raziers tweeted out recently he doesn't know the last time Zen has lost a ranked game. Oh, we're going to watch this one from Nupo's perspective, by the way, so we will switch over. And his rank shows. He's like 100 MMR above number 2, and he definitely would have qualified for the rank royale had he been interested in playing, but this one he did pass on, which means Nupo and TRK probably come in as the favorites, and not because Nupo qualified them. What a pre-jump read at ceiling height. Nupo can get back up to the high bouncing time. But TRK actually was the one to qualify the duo and picked Nupo as his teammate. Nupo trying to pre-jump so quickly. You can already tell the chaotic energy that he plays with compared to watching Zen right before, who is actually a much more controlled, nutty player. Nupo probably had the read on that backboard double if it was allowed to fall to the ground. Trebla, by the way, Tempo and Trebla are both players we've seen play in 1v1. Tempo, I think we've even had a couple replays with him in it. Zen just diced up the entire team before slamming it to Nupo. But Trebla is a guy I think we're going to see in ones eventually if he continues to grind. And in terms of, he's uploading his replays, and I know that I've seen him against a lot of top players. So Trebla, I think, is also the person to thank for us being able to watch this replay today. So make sure to hook me up. If he happens to stream or something, I actually don't know. Those people who give us those ball-chasing replays are worth a lot. So I'll make sure to show him love. Little team pinch between Nupo and Zen. Zen can't quite pass to himself on the backboard. Nupo chasing down Tempo. I don't know why Tempo thought he's going to be able to get away with that. Probably needed to just make a play on the ball so Nupo couldn't affect it. Ball dashing to the midfield is Nupo as he just trusts Zen to take the ball out of his half. What a read. Is Nupo actually going to double this out to Zen? It's just a filthy... Everybody seems to be one step ahead. Everybody being Nupo and Zen. Just seem to be in another level. Who knew that that pinch off the backboard as a save was calculated enough to immediately have the read to follow it up and try and pass midfield. Well, not a ton of scoring, at least not yet. As they're going to get, they're going to score on the other way. Nupo creeped up a little bit too much. And it's actually going to be a tie game. Just about halfway through. Able to shut out the last duo that they played against. Not this time around. Nupo playing very passively as he waits for Tempo to bring the ball to the ground and right to him. Interesting dash onto the wall. Does seem like there's a bit of boost wasted, I would say, when you're watching from Nupo's perspective. He's willing, there's a gradient of how much boost you're able to trade for speed. And it's the best players, are perfectly efficient at making those trades. Nupo definitely seems like he's more willing to give all of his boost, even for just a minor increase in speed, which might not be the best idea at all times. Or he also will just dash with absolutely no reason like he did before this play. But Zen hooked him up with a possession, and Nupo hooked him up with an easy tap-in as he was able to beat out the first defender. Got launched too high, and then 50 past the second. Trebla, I think, maybe trying to delay kickoff against Zen. Zen confidently slamming the ball back into his corner, giving Nupo an opportunity to control the ball. Trebla's going to have to go for a reverse aerial. It's not going to be great. Nupo knows it, so he'll wait down on the ground. Does he have this read? He does! These guys, they're the best players right now for a reason. And I'm so excited to get Nupo back. It's one of the craziest travesties of the world that he's not going to be able to play Gamers 8 at least. You'd hope that he'd be able to show us stuff there because it's RLCS affiliated and Nupo's ban is still on during that time. We don't get to see him just yet. That is, of course, happening after Worlds. But it looks like he hasn't lost a step. In fact, he's gained a few steps since we've last watched him. And it's going to be a 5-0 forfeit. We'll go watch Zen's final double since this one actually Nupo was completely uninvolved in. just so that everybody can see it, although that is just a layup for these guys. Nupo and Zen, if they were to team, I think they might be the most unstoppable duo you've ever seen, but they don't play in the same region, so I don't know if we're going to see them teaming much for any tournaments. We'll definitely see Nupo and Mina in the future.